Tommy, do you want to start? I mean, it must have been an emotional day for you, but you really picked up the pace in the last 7 or 8 minutes when you needed to. What did it take to do that?
I think it took us calming down a little bit and just focusing on the next play. There were definitely a lot of emotion from us seniors, I think, to come out and kind of play really well on senior night, and we kind of put a little bit too much pressure on ourselves. So us as the seniors can't be the ones getting frustrated with ourselves, or else that's going to rub off on the team. And we did that, but then I think we fixed it and kept playing through it. And then at the end, we kind of broke through.
And that seemed you were getting a lot of points inside today, but it was tough. Holy Cross had some good players. Bridgen had a good game for Holy Cross, and it seemed like it was really competitive under the boards with rebounds for the inside shots.
Yeah, it was a pretty physical game. Yeah, to hand it to Bridgen, I mean, he's a good ball player. He can get up, and I think there was one time Chris passed me, and I went up to try and dunk it, and next thing you know, him and Fall are up at the rim with me, and I'm like, oh, God. And, yeah, I mean, it was a physical game down there.
Now with Colgate coming up to close out your regular season, what are just some of your final thoughts on how the season went for you guys?
I think it went well. I mean, it's nowhere near over yet. We got 10 wins. That ties the most Patriot League records. Looking for 11 on Saturday would be big. We're just trying to keep this thing rolling. Right now is when you want to be playing your best basketball, so we're trying to focus every day and practice on getting us to that point.
Now, you had the emotional win on Saturday, the high energy game here against Navy. How was it preparing for this one, and your thoughts about senior day?
You said, how's it prepare for postseason?
Yeah, just preparing, coming off the big win on Saturday, getting set for this game.
Oh, well, I mean, Tommy mentioned that there's a lot of emotions that's tied with this game, and obviously last game was full of a bunch of emotions. I don't know if there's anything that could have prepared me for I almost cried when they gave me the picture of us two. I mean, it meant a lot to me. So I don't know if what the emotions from last game could have prepared me for that, but yeah, I mean, senior night it was a good win, especially kind of us two. We kind of battled through some stuff early on, and especially myself, and just to pull out with a win, I mean, it's good. And hand it to Tom to have the intelligence at the end to call a timeout and get those other three guys in. It's awesome.
Tom, your thoughts on the emotions having your family here for senior day?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I have my family at a lot of games, but this one's special. Luckily, this isn't our last home game. We're going to be back here. But last regular season home game, kind of like culminating everything for 4 years. It kind of makes you stop and think. But the great part about it is you stop and think about it, and then you turn around and the ball's tipped up in the air and you're playing a game. And I think it took us a little bit while to flip the switch there, but we eventually did, and that's what I loved about it.
How do you both approach the goal of winning the Patriot League? You're playing well, you've had some big wins, but winning the Patriot League and the first coveted NCAA appearance, what would that mean to your players? How do you prepare for trying to attain that?
I would say just reiterating to guys that it takes one game at a time, and we got to keep doing the small things, and that's been the main focus all season, is taking care of the little things, and taking care of that, it builds up to big things. So just kind of re-emphasizing that we got to approach every game as the same way, and come out and give it our all.
Tommy, any thought about it?
I would say very similar to that. I mean, every game is its own life. It's about what you can do. It's not necessarily about all these skills, and it's about making the little plays, toughness plays, and pressure moments. And I think one thing that we can emphasize to the guys is that, like today, might not have been like the most important game on the schedule or anything, but there was a lot of pressure today. Navy, there's a lot of emotion going on in that game, so we're playing games that are going to have tournament feels. So knowing that we've experienced this, we've been through it, and we'll be ready to go, emphasizing that to the guys is going to be important.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.